Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. So today we have a good looking puzzle in front of us. Now it is not a 9 by 9. As you can see, it's 2, 4, 6, 7 by 7. It's called 7 Citadels by Blobz, and you have to divide the grid into 7 kingdoms, each consisting of 7 orthogonally connected cells. Every row, column, and kingdom must contain the digits 1 to 7 once each. So 7 by 7 rules where every column and row will have the digits 1 through 7 each, and then we're going to have to, excuse me, we're going to have to divide this entire puzzle into 7 kingdoms that have 7 cells attached to them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like this could be the extent of a kingdom, and then something like this to fill in this side, blah, 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 those sorts of things. So we have to figure that stuff out. So now every kingdom contains a citadel, so the circle. The 7 citadels form a set of digits 1 through 7. Okay, so we're going to have, these guys will all be in their own separate kingdoms, and they will all contain unique digits. Cool. Now, digits in cage cells indicate how many cells of the same kingdom are seen orthogonally from that position, including itself. Other kingdoms block vision. Okay, so if we were to have, let's say, this be a kingdom, this block right here would see 3, because it says including itself, right? Yes, so this would see 3, so this digit would be 3. This guy here would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because he sees 5 orthogonally connected cells, including itself. So that's that. And then we have white dots lie on the boundaries between 2 kingdoms. Additionally, they separate consecutive digits. Okay, so these are Kropkis with a little twist to them. Kropki in the fact that these will be consecutive, and the twist is there is going to be a kingdom border running straight through the middle of these things. Cool. So that said, let's take a look at this thing, see if we can get it solved. Seems like there's a lot of interesting things here and a lot of things that we can devise and work out here to figure out how to set all this stuff up. So a little bit different than normal, but I like to mix those in every now and again. So links in the description below. Let's get at this thing. Have some fun. I think what we want to do is start with some coloring and some line work. So every single circle is going to be a kingdom of some type. I'll use just black to divide these. Every Kropki is going to create a boundary. This one here was obvious, wasn't necessary. So were these guys, actually. Okay, so now we know all of this. Now we got to start thinking. And seeing if, okay, so this one here obviously has to be part of the purple kingdom. And, well, we don't necessarily know how this works, because this thing could do multiple things. This could go off here and do random things. I guess we can say, yeah, we can't even really say that this is green and there's a difference between green here, because I guess this could just do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we could have like these two fill out the 7, and then this guy could just do something like this. So we're going to have to figure out how to work this together. So what about this digit here? Because we know the caged in regions indicate how many of the same kingdom it sees. Well, it's already 2 because it sees itself plus this one. It could be 3, 4, or 5. So let's put those in. See if that does anything for us. This guy here is kind of blocked into a corner as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's going to see at least 2 as a given, because one of these 2 is going to have to be in. So we can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one, I guess technically it only has to see 2, because it could see itself and one other and then just kind of go off on a little jog somewhere. All right. So what can we do to start separating these regions a little bit more, or at least pushing the regions into other areas? And I was going to say this is a Kropki and says, you know, this has to be a... No. Yeah, it doesn't really. I mean, we can make, yet again, a determination about this guy, but it's not, again, super useful because it could be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't be 1 again because it has to at least see 1 more before it goes off on some fancy. And it can't go higher than 6 because it has to be consecutive here. Now, I guess... Okay, there's something. This is a 1. The reason is it's the only circle that doesn't also have a cage around it, which means it's the only circle not determined by the number, or the digit that goes in is not determined by the number of cells of its own kingdom it sees. So this is 1. There's no other way to go about it. Do we have any other ways of thinking about these guys? Because I wish we could reduce this one, because if we could reduce this one by, and say it can't be a 6, we could then say that these guys could never get up to a 7, and then this would be a 7, and that would be very helpful. Because there wouldn't be any place for a 7 to go in any of the circles, and every one of the circles must have its own digit. But I don't think we can reduce this unless we can somehow rule this guy out from being red. Is that possible? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, don't think so there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. Okay. Doesn't look like we can rule that out. We probably can't rule this guy out either, could we? Because this guy technically could be all of these. And then this guy could just do, like we said previously, something like this. Yeah, that's... Okay. So, how the heck are we getting into this thing any further? He says to himself. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. I was trying to see if any of these other cages are really limited in any way, shape, or form. Well, I guess this guy is. Yeah, maybe that's it. That's it. What can this guy see? 1, 2, 3, 4 is the maximum he can ever see, because he's blocked by this guy. Whether or not he goes into this cell or not, if he does, he can never see past it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that's what we needed. The most this can ever be is 4, which means this can never be 6, which then tells us this could be 1, well, not 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we've done exactly what we've asked. Where does a 7 go? It goes here. So 1, 2, 3. So, well, maximum here. That's what we're thinking about. 1, 2. So we need 5 more. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. These are all green. Beautiful. Now we can say this occurs. Now this guy can only be a 3 because he can't see this guy anymore. So you go away. This can't be 2. In fact, this just is 3 now because this thing... Wait, I screwed that up. I meant this couldn't be 4. Why did I remove the 3? My bad. Go away. Okay, so that didn't tell us something. I thought we had a 2-4 pair here, and I was like, oh, well, this has to be 3. It's the only way you can possibly go between 2 and 4. Not the case. Okay, so this guy, though, has to get out, because it has to at least be 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it has to take on these 2 at a bare minimum, and then it has to come up this way to be able to squeeze out. Therefore, this is yellow, and this does this. Good. Now this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can't rule out yellow getting there. Wish we could, because then we could just say it's gray, but that's not necessarily the case. But we do know that this has to be blue. Again, we could still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then one more of these. Or if that's just this guy, it could be 2 more this way in some fashion. But then this has to be red. So let's continue the segregation, if you will. Is there any way, I was going to say, is there any way this could be anything other than red? It can't be yellow, because yellow would then do this and red can't get out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Orange could still technically get there, and the red could do something out here. Yellow could go out here. Gray could find its way around here. Okay. Well, oh, also, this is 6. Therefore, this is 5. Because we had 2, 3, 4, and 5 as the option. This is the only one left that could possibly be 6. If it had to be 6, this had to be 5. This can't be 5. Okay. We've got to use our brain a little bit here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for orange. This has to see 5, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of these are purple. Beautiful. Okay, this guy has to be between these 2, so he is 3. Because it's essentially, because we can't repeat digits in the circles, this becomes the middle digit. So therefore, this is the 2 and the 4. Now that 2 we already pretty much knew, actually, because it could only see these 2. But now this guy has to see one more, and then he is cut off. Boom. This guy has to see 4. I guess we can say he can't go all the way up this way. The most he can ever go is here, so he has to go at least 1 this way. Good. We're making a little bit of progress. What else can we now say? Let's think. What about you? What can you be? Okay, this is what we needed to see. This guy can't be green. Why? Because then this and this would both be 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is not, can't be 7. They're both in the same row. So this is blue. Therefore, this cuts that off. What do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it has to come out here. So this is the final blue. This green has to come up here. This has to be 6, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. And I think this is the last bit of set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, this was the last one. We already had full 7. So this closes off. Good. Now, why did I put that there because this can only see 3, which means this can't be red. Now it's not going to be, 1, 2, it can't be yellow, because yellow again would block this. I don't think orange can ever get there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. So this has to be purple. Therefore, purple is done. It has 7 itself. Good. Now, what's the next step? Let's think a little bit. 2, 3. Well, we don't know what these guys do at the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this guy here is gray because nothing else can get to it. The orange, the farthest it can go, I said, would be here. But if it can't get to there, it has to get here. Therefore, it has to be gray, and the gray has to come out to connect. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the most this could see in this direction. Now, again, the same thing we did here. This can't be orange because it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is gray. Now, if this is at least 6, this has to become orange. This guy here could still be, oh no, it can't be orange, because then it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, we've already have a 5 here. This is another gray. Now this guy keeps getting further and further, because we have 3, 4, 5. It has to see at least one more. Good. These are now in grayness. So 1, 2, 3, 4 can't be 5. So this is 4. This is 1, 2, 3. Can't be 4 or 5. So it's 3. This cannot be gray. And it also can't be yellow, because if it was yellow, yellow would have to do something like this. We only have 5 grays. This is orange. Put that in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we have all of our oranges. Well, not all of them, but we have everything that it can see. So we need to block these off. We need to get gray out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's either going to be one of these two that this gray kingdom uses to finalize itself. So let's see. What does that do for us? We could also start to kind of put in some digits, because we know these are from 1, 2, and 7. It's not great, but it is something. And is there anything else like that? Not really at the moment. This guy here can't be orange, can't be gray, can't be yellow. Because again, if it's yellow, the red is blocked. This is red, which means it has to get out. It doesn't, well, it has to go this way, because if it did this, this would be just an empty bit of grass in the middle of kingdoms, and we can't do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's only one more piece of red kingdom, and it can't go here. 3's turn the tides in this one, because if it went here, 4 would be blocked in without going anywhere. Well, we can't say either one of these can't be red, though. But I think we can say this is yellow, because we only have one more place here and one more place here. So this is yellow. We don't know which kingdom is going to claim this guy at the moment. Let's think about you, though, because now all you can ever see is 2 reds. What about you? 1, 2, 3, possibility of going up to 5. So 3, 4, 5. We'll put those in for now. This 4 we haven't finished. 1, 2, 3. One of these 2 is going to be in. We don't know which one just yet. But this yellow has to leak out, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need to get at least to 7. Now, that does say that this has to be gray, because we can't have 2 yellows with the Kropki dividing them. So that finishes gray, right? 2, 4, 6, 7. And 2, okay, 1, 2, 3 here. So this now has to be yellow. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This has to be red and finish the red kingdom. The yellow kingdom has to finish here, and the orange kingdom finishes here. Good. Now we have our kingdoms figured out. Now we've got to figure out the rest of this, which we can put some digits in here, guaranteed. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 4. This is 1, 2, 3. We know the oh, I didn't put the last border there. This has to just be a 5. It's the only digit left in the orange kingdom. What else can we say now? What about you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I swear this mouse and well, computer, not mouse necessarily. What about you? Let's start thinking about these Kropkis and how they can work. This can't be a 2, because this would have to be a 1 or a 3. It can't be a 7, because this would have to be a 6. We have a 6 over here. So this is 1. This is 2. These are not 1s. We've got those organized. We might need to just put in some values here and see what happens. This 2 here, this could still be 1 or a 3. What are these 3 digits, though? 1, 3, and 7. This is 7. This is 1 or 3. Those aren't quite worked out yet. Okay. I think we go into the yellow because it has the most Kropkis kind of staring into it that we could probably use. And actually, we can just say where the 1 goes, it has to go here. Therefore, these, the 6 as well has to go here. And these will be 3 and 7. We can't say which one is which, but that gives us a 4. Good. Now let's think about this guy to see if we can work anything out here. Not necessarily. The 3 could go with the 2, the 7 could go with the 6. Neither one is currently being seen, so we can't work those out. Let's think about you, though. That works. One of the 7s is going to be here, so this is 2, 7. Okay. What are these digits? Because then we get this digit, and we can probably just use the Kropki to finish this. They are 1, 5, 6, and 7. This is not 7. This is not 1 or 5. This is not 6. This is not 5. All right, so this can't be 1, because we'd have to put a 2 here. Can't do it. Not gonna do it. This 6, it could be a 6, because we could put a 5 here. And this, oh wait, we just said, duh. This digit has to be a 4. Therefore, this has to be a 5. We get there slowly some days, but we get there. We actually can probably figure these out, right? Because these are 1 and 6. This can't be 6, so it's 1. 6, that 1 says this is 3. These two have to be 2 and 5. We can put the 5 and the 2. That gives us this 6, 7, 3, 1, 7, 6. Beautiful. This is 1 now. This has to be 5. These have to be 4 and 7. So we can put 4 and 7. The 6, 7 works. These have to be 2 and 7. The 2 has to go with the 3. We can finish these guys. This is 6. This is 3. This has to be 2. This has to be 4. This is a 5, and you are a 1. There we go. You solved the puzzle. Solution is correct. Awesome. 112 solves, and I don't think it's been 30 days. This has probably been out somewhere else. I think it's been maybe a week since it's been out. Fun puzzle. Really did enjoy that one. Again, a little bit of an oddball, but actually really fun puzzle to get into. 7x7s don't happen very often, I don't find. But I think everything worked well because it's the 7 citadels with 7, rows and columns and blah, 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 blah. Everything really worked well with the 7x7 group in here. So, very fun puzzle. Hope you all enjoyed that one because I certainly did. Another excellent puzzle from Blobz. We've done a bunch of theirs at this point. So, like many of the setters that we have on this channel for their puzzles. Excellent work. And like I said, hope you all enjoyed that one. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks.